Creating memorable holidays on a budget doesn't have to be difficult or expensive. By following these tips, you'll be able to enjoy the holiday season without breaking the bank, while creating a memorable holiday that will leave you feeling warm and fuzzy inside. Welcome to Epic Mom Life. I am your host, Kara Peterson. This show is sponsored by The Possum's Tale, a unique book adventure for your 6 to 12-year-old child. Let's jump into today's show. Welcome. The holidays are drawing near, so today we're going to talk about how to create a memorable holiday on a budget. Holidays are a time to be with family and friends. They can also be really expensive. There is no need to break the bank. There are many ways to create a memorable and fun holiday on a budget. Number 1, goal. What does the holiday season mean to you? What does it mean to your family? How can you accomplish this? Does the holiday mean a ton of presents around a tree? Does it mean the latest electronic gadgets? Does it mean a time when family can spend time together? Does it mean travel to be with friends and family who do not live close by? Narrow down the actual reason for the season in your home. This will help you with your holiday budget. Number 2, the actual budget. How much do you have to reasonably spend? Are you still paying off credit card debt from last year's holiday purchases? If so, your Black Friday and Cyber Monday or super special daily deals have accrued enough interest to make them not so super special. Keep in mind this year your ultimate goal. Keep in mind this year what your ultimate goal is. If your goal is to create great memories of the family being together, this could change the type of gift you buy. If your goal is to visit with extended family and friends or to travel, this too could change the direction of your purchases or how you spend your money. If your family loves the gifts and the holiday is largely about the tradition of gift giving, look at the past year, 2 years if possible, and look at the gifts that you have purchased. Which of those gifts lasted? Which of those gifts had value more than, say, for a month? Which ones that you gave to other family members, not just to the kids or to your spouse, but what about other family members? Which ones actually had significance? Because chances are good, and we all do this, that you spent a lot of money on those impulse purchases or the things that you thought were the hot item, and they really fizzled really fast. So what it comes down to is which gift will really have impact. So it is not about the quantity, but it is really about the quality. Number 3, priorities. Talk to your family. Let them assess what the goal of the holiday season should be with you. We tend to be an I want it all kind of society. And the reality is we should not put ourselves into debt to create the all experience. What does your family really want? And what can you all afford? In Experiences Not Gifts, I talk about various ways to give the gift of connection instead of material presents. I also talk about a hybrid plan. You can choose traveling to see family or doing a bigger experience that you have to save up for and giving one needed gift and one wanted item, for example. Another example is if the magic of Santa is still alive in your home, there could be a stocking with the necessities and a special gift just from Santa. The gift to and from each other could be the experience or travel or big family items, like if your family wants a hot tub, then you all accept that that is the family gift. But your family now needs to understand that you need to scale back financially. And if you want to do a hybrid plan, that works. But you also need to be able to communicate with the family that you have tried to do the all and give them all and create that everything experience. But that isn't really a reality. So let's talk about what is a reality and what do we really want to accomplish. Number 4, expenses in your budget. So let's find out how much you're actually spending. In order to have a complete and truly effective budget, you will need to be able to understand exactly what you need to spend money on this season. I have tried to come up with every single expense I could think of and include a comprehensive list. But if you think of something that I have not included or something that you spend your money on, and maybe I don't even know that because I don't spend my money on that, add this to the list. Travel expenses. Whether you are traveling by car, close by for the day, or have a bigger trip in mind, plan gas, tickets, overnight costs, food, pet sitter, and if traveling by plane, bag fees, cost of parking car, and if necessary, renting a car in that travel location. Decorations. Do you love to decorate in a holiday theme? This includes all of the costs associated with this, from a tree, candelabra, lights, table settings, wreath, ornaments, and whatever else you may need. You can save a lot in this category by reusing the past year's decorations. Food. Does your family plan a special holiday feast? We do. This can carry a hefty price tag. Be sure to include this in your budget. This includes any food you will be making as gifts. So if you're doing the little cookie trays or whatever, include this in your food costs. It will also include any beverages or dishes you need to bring to holiday parties. Cards and postage. So this is a sticky one. I love to send actual Christmas cards in the mail. I am not a fan of the email or Facebook post. Determine what you feel comfortable with and calculate this into your budget. Postage will also need to cover any gifts you will be mailing. Gifts. Oh, this is an area where many people blow the budget. Look at your finances and your holiday goals. Determine what you and your family can comfortably afford. This includes all of the gifts for the season: white elephant parties or secret Santa exchanges, stocking stuffers, hostess gifts. Unless you're bringing a food or beverage, then it's classified under the food category. And all of the gifts for family, both immediate and extended. So everything gifty goes into that section. Wrapping paper and trimmings. There are a lot of creative ideas to wrap presents while staying under budget. Include the costs of bags, paper, tape, labels if you have them, for who the present is for, and bows and ribbons if you are including these. Some people get those special boxes. Anything you get, make sure you include in that category. Holiday activities. Many of these have become your family's traditions, and I am all about that. But whether you are driving around, looking at light displays, or making gingerbread houses, or getting photos with Santa, there are many activities that your family may love to do around the holidays, and some of them cost money. Calculate which ones are free and which ones cost. Even if one of those activities always includes a trip to like Starbucks for a hot cocoa, include that. Include the gas. Gas costs a lot right now. Include the gas that you're going to be doing. Number 5, we're going to get into cutting your expenses. So after looking at your holiday expenses, are you experiencing sticker shock? I have some suggestions for trimming a few dollars from each category. Travel. Try to stick to day trips and see if a neighbor can watch Fido. You can have a great family experience within 2 hours of your home, most likely. This will create memories, but still enable you to sleep home. You can even pack a lunch. And you can even spring for a bigger event. For example, I live 4 hours from Vegas. We could take the kids to a magic show. And because the shows are at night, we would sleep there. But we would choose a cheaper hotel, not on the strip, that offers free parking and has a coffee maker and a refrigerator that you don't have to pay for. So there's ways to look at your travel and find cheaper ways to do it so that you can still have that experience. Decorations. Make the decorations. Make this a DIY or use the ones from previous years. Keep watch at all of your secondhand stores the week after Christmas. There are a lot of people doing organization and cleanup of all of their Christmas stuff, and they are giving away a ton of that seasonal stuff. We make snowflakes that we hang all over our living room because we like to create a winter wonderland in Arizona. But those are all DIY, and they're a lot of fun to do, but they don't cost very much money. Food. Do you have a big family feast? Try having each member who attends bring a dish, so the meal is more of a potluck style. This way, you are not responsible for feeding everyone, and you're not responsible for the ever-increasing cost of food. And as a side note, you don't have to prepare the traditional dishes that you have at your home that you don't like. I don't like the green bean casserole. I just don't. My sister loves the green bean casserole. Guess what she gets to bring? Yeah, green bean casserole. Not one of my favorites, so why should I be cooking it? It doesn't make sense. Cards and postage. Again, I told you this is the sticky one. I like mom and pop shops, so I try very hard to buy in these, calculate the mailing costs. So I actually mail these items, and I calculate that as part of my holiday budget expense. However, if you need to save money, it is a ton cheaper to just go to Amazon and get free shipping and have it shipped directly. You can also send those holiday greetings that I like to do through cards in the mail, via email, or Facebook. Gifts. If you only pay attention to one area of the budget this year, pay attention to the gifts. Set up a dollar limit for each person in your household that you can comfortably afford. For example, if you can afford to spend $300 per person in your family, that is it. There's no more. There's no more for stocking stuffers. There's no more because, well, this person wants this extra thing that costs more money, or this person's older and they have this kind of thing. If you're spending $300, then that is the limit. That also includes if they want the newest electronic gadget. Like say they want the new iPhone, $300 is not going to cover it. But what you can do is if that is what they have their hearts set on, ask your family members to send gift cards or money cards or whatever so that your child can purchase that on their own with the huge investment that you've given towards that. I like family members to send love and warm greetings and a certificate for an experience. So when they see my children, they will share something that they do together. I know that these are the things that kids really remember. My niece still talks about from 3 years ago when Grandpa took her horseback riding. So it's those kind of things that I think have the biggest bang for my relatives' buck. Wrapping paper. The funnies, well, they're funny. You can be collecting the funnies from neighbors and friends who get the paper. Start stocking up on the Sunday comics. The library gives away magazines after a certain amount of time. You can use pages from magazines to wrap. I get computer labels, just the little return address labels, and I print them out with a holiday image, and then I just write people's names on them, and that's what I use for the gift tags. Super cheap. Holiday address labels are super cheap. I do not use ribbons or bows. My mother-in-law makes every single package super, super pretty. And you know what? It all gets opened and thrown away in the end. So I'm really boring. I just slap a mailing address label on there with somebody's name. Holiday activities. Look at the events that your city offers for free. We have a light parade. We have a ginger house competition, a Valley of the Lights, Acronite. Acronite is my favorite event. It's where 50 plus musicians play in the stores downtown, and you get to go around and you get to listen to all these different music. I mean, you have all different types. We had a harp and a flautist. We have holiday music. We have country music. We have bells. We have drums. I mean, there's so many different types, and a lot of people will donate like $1 at each one or whatever, and these all go towards a musical scholarship for our young kids. But it can be free because it's your choice if you want to donate. So we also have a countywide decoration competition. So you can view entrance lawn decor. Their addresses are listed so you can go see those. All of these are free, or you can donate. We now have a holiday tradition in our family. We go to the gingerbread house competition, grab a hot cocoa, and then view the Valley of the Lights. The night costs nothing but the gas and the cocoa, and it creates a lot of conversation and those warm, gushy holiday feelings. Speaking of warm, gushy holiday feelings, remember that being connected and being together in a way that makes everyone happy is what creates memories for the holiday. I recommend family games. You may have more family members visiting. You can add different games or a variety, so you have different groups playing different games. We just got back from an event where we had a bunch of family there, and we had a round robin cribbage game going while we also had people playing Splendor, and that was a ton of fun. So everybody was playing games, everybody was kind of talking, and we were all talking about the games or what we were doing that day or whatever, and it was a lot of fun. So a lot of times our holiday is those memories of being together. Games are really an easy way to bring everybody's focal point to that. And if you want to get the list of the games that we have played in our house and that we love, I recommend the ages for those games. And I let you know if they're competitive or collaborative. I know some of you cringe when I say games because you're like, oh, my family gets really nasty. That won't create nice memories. There's a lot of collaborative games out there where you all work as a team. So the games can make sure that everyone leaves still feeling those warm, mushy feelings towards each other. So get the list in the show description notes. Number 6, earn before you spend. Now that you know how much money you need, because you did your list of how much it'll cost, then you cut out some of your costs, and then you evaluated, well, this is what's really important, so this is what we're going to actually spend and do. Well, now you need the money. So I have a list of ways for you to create that holiday money. It's better if you can stockpile it in advance. I'm offering you several suggestions, and I'm hoping that at least 1 or 2 will be fabulous for you. And remember, the goal is not to have it all, but to create a memorable holiday on a budget. So you won't still be paying for it next year. Subscriptions. Look at your monthly subscriptions. If you haven't done this recently, you should do this at least every 3 months because you never know what you've ended up signing up for. If you have 3 subscriptions that are $9 each and you can give them up for just 3 months, that will save you $81. Personal necessities. Okay, mine is coffee. I talk about coffee. I love coffee. I used to buy 3 lattes a week. They cost me approximately $5.50 each. In 3 months, I could save $132 if I only bought 1 a week. So I know that people are thinking, well, you shouldn't buy any. It's really hard to go from some to none. So I still get my luxury, but I limit it. Sell stuff. Oh, this is a great idea. And it's lovely to get the whole family involved. Clear out the old, and that could be books, clothes, toys, tools, kitchen gadgets, whatever. I can breathe easier just thinking of the clutter that gets moved out. A holiday job. Oh, I know, more work. However, you can earn a lot of that holiday budget with a seasonal job. Gift cards. Do you have a place where you keep these? Do you have any money left on these? Use them to buy gifts for others. If you have a gift card to a store or a restaurant that you will not use, re-gift it to someone else who will use it and love it. DIY. Making your own gifts is a great idea because the family also can use this for connection time. I made a fabulous body butter years ago, and then I would add essential oils to it, depending on what I thought the person needed, whether it was relaxation or circulation or pain relief, etc. Well, my son wanted to give this to one of his teachers, and he was really concerned that she had joint pain. He loved helping making the body butter and then learning about the oils and choosing which ones would help with that joint pain. this was his favorite gift to give the teacher. And it was so funny because the teacher was so touched that she had a student that put that much thought into her that she actually asked him to make her another one later in the year. So shop smart. In the end, keep in mind, often the markdown, it's just marketing. Comparison shop and get the best deal you can. Last year, there were all kinds of posts coming out that people were getting better deals in July than they were getting on Black Friday. So keep that in mind. Creating memorable holidays on a budget doesn't have to be difficult or expensive. By following these tips, you'll be able to enjoy the holiday season without breaking the bank, while creating a memorable holiday that will leave you feeling warm and fuzzy inside. The quote for this week is, "Just remember, the true spirit of Christmas lies within your heart." Polar Express. If you are hearing this message, you've listened to the entire episode, and for that, I want to send you a huge thank you. Please leave me a comment or review and share with other moms you know. Get in touch in the comments or on Kara's social media networks. See you next week for a new episode.